My name is Zbigniew Wojcik, but everybody knows me as Bish. My name is Polish, as you probably grasped. My father was a refugee who came to this country in 1947 after the Second World War. My mother was from South Wales, from Cardiff. My last occupation was chair of EMAC, which is the Eastern European Migrants Advice Committee. Previously, I'd been the Racial Equality Officer for Employment at the Derby Racial Equality Council, and I did a number of other things as well in my part-time and voluntary basis, one being the chair of the Law Centre in Derby, also chair of Anti-Apartheid, also chair of a number of other organisations. I was involved in a lot of political campaigning. I had worked in Derby in the railway industry. At the end of the miners' strike, I lost my job, couldn't work in Derby because of my political activities. And I went to work in Brixton in London. I worked there for 2.5 years. And when I came back to Derby, I got involved in a massive campaign of a deportation, a young Asian woman facing deportation called Farida Bibi. But I've always been a campaigner ever since I was 19, 20. So I was always been involved in a variety of things. And people said to me, why don't you get involved in doing work in the community? But for me, equality to me is to treat people as exactly as you expect to be treated yourself. So therefore, if we talk about equality, equality means to put a hand across to somebody, shake that hand, and though there is difference and understanding, you might be dealing with women, you might be dealing with people from Africa, or you might be dealing with people from all different walks of life. The real issue at the end of the day is treating, for me, is the concept of treating those people equally and trying to treat them on an equal basis. Poverty, deprivation, people not earning enough money, children not being educated. We've got a huge lack of facilities going in. And while the old maxim that we used to use a long time ago with the rich getting richer, I think it pertains more today than it's ever done. And I'm not saying that we can't pull ourselves together as communities, but the thing that could have done it, now was the Racial Equality Council, is not there. There is not that community spirit. The problem is local authorities, like the City Council, for example, come along with organisations, will set up this organisation to support the communities. The problem is the organisations have been imposed from the top, not brought up from beneath. They're picking the leaders. And who has right to pick the leaders? The leaders come from the community itself. The community automatically produces its leaders and not being reflected into younger people. And so what you're getting is, you're getting people who are stooges, basically, at the end of the day, being picked because they fit the pattern that the city council or the county council throw on you. And to me, that is the wrong way. That's the wrong way of dealing. My politics came out of the very issue of challenging what the status quo was and not accepting the status quo. They didn't like that. I had police who hated me. I know if I was to go into the records today that they would have a file on me which was 6 inches deep. It didn't worry me because I knew that's how I was. But the point is, I didn't break the law. I challenged with every way, shape or form the existing status quo and used every method that I could possibly do to be able to break that down. Hopefully newer, younger people coming in will learn that. And you only learn it one way. You only learn it when you start to struggle to be able to finance something, to be able to do something. That you learn who your friends are and who are the people who can back you and support you. Community is people.